This is a demonstration of ProdigyGame.com. It's a web-based gaming system that's based on math, and it's really great because, especially here in Texas, and I believe you can do Common Core as well, but Texas, it's aligned with the TEKS, 1st through 8th grade, I believe. When students log in, they're encouraged to set up an avatar, and then they're asked if they're playing at school at home. If they play at school, they put in a teacher code, which links their account to your teacher account, which I'll show you in just a minute. But if they click school, it lets them battle students within their same classroom, which is kind of makes for a fun environment because the kids get really into it and want to battle each other, and especially kids that are play at home as well are at more advanced levels and really want to battle each other because they're more successful. But once you get into the game, it gives you a question, math question, and that's how the battles are structured. So you can have them read to you, which is really great for the differentiated instruction.
Determine the unit rate. 81 houses in 9 towns equals blank houses per town.
It also gives you the vocabulary, as well as a hint if students are having trouble. Within the functionality, there's a area to, sorry, terrible handwriting, to work out problems, just kind of a fun space for them to do that. There's also math tools that you can use, as well as a calculator, if you allow, and you kind of have to monitor that if you don't want them using their calculators. But students answer the question and cast their spell, and it takes them back to the battle. And if they answered successfully, then they're able to knock some of the life down from their opponent, and their opponent does the same. And the battle continues. Okay, if the class answer or the student answers incorrectly, it gives them the proper way to answer the question. And sometimes it gives them the option to try again. And this is how the game is played. The more the student plays, the higher their lifeline gets and the more opportunity they have for leveling up, which gives them kind of an advantage when they're battling their peers. On the back end of it, the teachers have a login or a dashboard that gives them access to all of their students, and then a planner to, to plan what's presented to their students. And you can set their grade level, you can set the learning standards. So if you have a student that is performing below grade level, you can do this, you can set a lower grade level for them, and it gives them kind of a reinforcement lessons. But the planner is really great because it allows you to target all of your students and make sure that they're working on the same lessons at the same time. Right now we were working on a unit rate lesson. Some of my students worked through it so that you can see the results. And if you view the report, it lets you see how each of your students did on each of the categories within that learning standard, so that you can address any gaps that may be happening. So most students did well on it. I have a few that did not, but it shows you kind of, this is not the example questions, but there's an area where you can view example questions, but it lets you see kind of the target area where you may need to reinforce instruction. So Prodigy Games is great because students are really engaged with the lessons, with the game, but they're actually working on the math standards that you need them to be working on. So it's a fun, dynamic environment, and it also has a lot of educational value in the fact that teachers can view reports and get some valuable data on how their students are doing.